Hello, everybody. Welcome to ZEN-TAROT. My name's Julie. Thank you so much for stopping by. It has been a while since I've been on here doing a reading. I have just been feeling really chaotic, really nervous, really anxious. And usually meditation and reading the cards is what clears me. But lately it's just been really stagnant and stale, the energy. It just feels like the same old thing, day after day, nothing changes. So I know we are all feeling this uncertainty, this nervousness, this anxiousness. We're picking up on that lower vibration that is really reverberating through the earth right now. So I felt really called to do a collective reading to see where we can transmute this energy, how we can pull together, how we can find the light. Where is the lighthouse in the dark here? Where are the angels when we need them the most? So let's pull this together. Let's take a deep breath. Let's look into this energy together, see where we can find the light that is always there for us, and get some clarity here. So I'm going to start out with an angel oracle card. I want to see what messages Spirit has for us overall for these uncertain times, for this very chaotic time here. So Spirit, what is your message for this collective reading for those that are tuning in, that are looking for hope, that are looking for light? What is your message? What is your message to us? Acceptance. Well, that is the first step in the 12-step program, right? Acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with the unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everything in their highest potential. That's beautiful. All right, so I guess we do have to come into an acceptance here, an acceptance of what's happening, an acceptance that it is what it is. There's not a whole lot we can do, but we can change the energy, we can shift the energy. So that's what I'm looking at with this card of acceptance here. When I was doing a test run earlier, I pulled death and rebirth. So that was beautiful too, because we are leading to something here. It's not just an ending, it's absolutely a beginning for all of us. So there is hope here, there is inspiration here. Notice the signs. Yes, the signs we've been receiving are heaven sent. The signs you've been receiving are heaven sent. We drop feathers, coins, and other signs upon your path to remind you that you are loved and never alone. Oh God, look at this. Spirit is trying to get through. They are trying to show us this way we can get through this together here. So notice the signs. Don't just discard them. Don't discard the good in your day because we're so busy seeing the bad. It's in every device. I think I have put down all social media because I can't stand the headlines. I can't stand the fear being pushed our way here. So yes, let's tune into the right things here, the right messages here. So I love that. All right, let's get an Osho ZEN-TAROT card for an overall energy for the collective, those that are tuning into this message, looking for a sanctuary. Well, here I am. Here is the sanctuary you've been looking for. Let's get an Osho ZEN-TAROT card. What is your advice, Spirit, through this very dark and chaotic time for the collective? What is your advice with the Osho ZEN-TAROT card? Playfulness. Look at this. We have lost our spark. We have lost our sense of fun here. It's all responsibility. It's all really heavy energy. We are moving mountains of energy right now. This transition is real. What we're going through, the struggle is real. So we have to acknowledge that. We have to acknowledge that we are going through something. We have to acknowledge that this transition is bigger than anyone has ever seen in history here. We are moving mountains of energy. Getting rid of the old, bringing in the new. This transition period is never easy. It's never comfortable. It's never smooth, but the end result is so beautiful. And if we can just get there, if we can just get there together. So looking at the bottom of the deck, the Creator comes through. I love this. Source energy comes through loud and clear. Spirit is really not whispering right now. They are really, really making their voice heard, that it's okay, everything's okay, that in the end, everything's okay. And if it's not okay, it's not the end. So we have to pull together. We have to keep that light shining bright. That's why we were placed here on this earth at this time, during this very, very stressful time, very chaotic and dark time, to not extinguish the dark, but to shine our light through the dark so that others can see that we are the beacon. We are here. Hope is here. Hope is not dead here. So keep that light shining brightly within. It starts at that solar plexus. Just let it grow through the belly, let it grow up through the heart here, into the mind space here, and right back out to spirit here. We are transmuting so much energy right now. So yeah, lots of water, lots of breaks. Reward yourself. Get much more playful. Get happy and then. And I think Spirit's speaking directly to me, because I have been so down in the dumps. Just all is lost. What's the point? Maybe that's why I haven't felt pulled to do readings even, because it's like, what's the point? It's the same message. Hang in there, wait for it. Something big is coming, and it just sets me up for disappointment. I just feel this failure after failure, like maybe it wasn't for me. Once again, maybe that wasn't for me. I'm tired of stepping aside. And letting others just really steamroll over me to get what they want, while I say, well, I'll wait my turn. Well, maybe next time. Better luck next time, right? It's just time for us to rise, time for us to stop being pushed aside, to let the dark grow bigger, to let that negative energy, it's all negative energy, that fear-based energy is growing like a virus out of control. And the only thing that is going to extinguish that, to really push it back into the corner where it belongs, is our light. So let's bring this light through. Let's see what kind of animal spirit guide is walking with us through these uncertain times, Spirit. What kind of animal spirit guide is guiding us through the dark here, through the storm here? Animal spirit guide for up in the ether, for the collective. Chameleon spirit, act as if. Look at this, the number, what is that? The 14. So number 5. 5 is all about change. We are going through massive, massive changes right now. The chameleon spirit comes through to say, you got to fake it to make it right now. Right now, just fake it to make it. Act like all is well. Act like this was supposed to happen in your life. When one door shuts, another one opens here. So let's shut the door on fear, on failure, on disappointment, and really, really bring this playful energy through. It's all about being playful about it, all about having everything you need at the moment you need it. We have all the abundance that we need here. So beautiful reminder that you got to get there first. You can't believe it when you see it, or see it when you believe it here. You've got to really feel happy, really feel good in the moment. Wolf spirit, turn knowledge into wisdom. So this is what is happening right now. We are turning this very sacred knowledge of how dark things can get, how separated we can be, how divided we can be, and especially during times of uncertainty. I remember we used to live in Florida. We used to live in Naples, Florida, where hurricanes would come in, and you had plenty of time to prepare. It would give you, sometimes a week, 10 days to prepare. But that was the worst time. It was the worst time. We would go to, Costco and try to get some water, and people were so feral, so vicious at the gas pump, so vicious. There would be shootings. There would be every man for himself. After the fact, the world would come together. The United States would send help. They would send FEMA. They would send the Red Cross, and everybody would pull together for the cleanup. And I always wondered, why can't we pull together before the hurricane? Why can't we help each other in real times of need? Because we're in survival mode, because we're so fearful, because we're scared we're not going to have enough for ourselves. So you end up pushing your neighbor out of the way to get what you think you need. And maybe that neighbor was what you needed. Maybe that connection in that store was what you needed. But we pushed it away out of our fear that we weren't going to have enough, or we were going to be in survival mode for a long time. time here. So that's what this energy is really reminding me of, is that time before the hurricane, when everyone was in such chaos, in such fear, and it was every man for himself. It's really a dark, negative, fear-based energy that unravels through all of us in moments of fear. Some of us pull together, some of us say, okay, we're good in emergency, let's do this, let's get through this. And some of us are every man for himself. I got my bunker here, I got my lifetime supply of canned goods, and I'm going to lock myself away from the world. It's really not a world I want to live in. If all hell breaks loose, I don't want to live through that. I really don't. I don't want to be in survival mode. I don't want to be in that apocalyptic world. I don't want to exist there. So I have to remember that. Don't live there now. It's not happening today. It's not happening right now. We have all these fear-based ideas of what tomorrow is going to bring. And Spirit is saying this is the time to be very, very myopic, to look, to pull it into the nucleus, to pull it into the inner family, to reconnecting with the family members, with the friends, reuniting here. So this is beautiful. Turn that knowledge into wisdom. I love that. All right, let's pull some cards here. I've got my Everyday Witch Tarot cards. I'm going to ask some specific questions here, because I really am curious from Spirit how to get through this, Whew, I've already cleansed the space. I've called in Spirit. I invite you to open your heart to whatever message is meant for you today, and take that deep cleansing breath, and let's get going. My first question to Spirit is, what energy is rising from the collective fear right now? What energy is rising from the collective fear right now? What is happening here, Spirit? What energy is rising? 10 of Wands. Look at this burden. The energy of burden is rising here. People feeling way too much responsibility, way too heavy in their daily life here, just picking up all the pieces that keep falling. It's like a puzzle that you've put together over and over, and then somebody comes along and just smashes it or moves those pieces out of the way, and now you're back to square one. It's like, I put all that work into it though. Why? It's like, again, with the hurricane scenario, you know, we had just built a house, had a house built, and here comes Hurricane Charlie years ago, and it was just so scary because we were about to lose everything we thought. We didn't. We were very, very blessed. But yeah, the picking up those fears, picking up those burdens, picking up those what ifs throughout our day here. We really got to drop those. We got to drop the burdens here. Drop the fear of tomorrow. The fear of tomorrow's got to go, because it's stealing. It's absolutely stealing today from us. So time to get back into today, get back what's important to us, and let the rest go. Absolutely let the rest go. How can we reclaim our power? How can we set these responsibilities down when we have so much on us? We have such heavy weights on us every day of burdens, of responsibilities, of paying the bills, of health issues. King of Pentacles, act as if here. We are in charge of our own body, of our own life, of our own kingdoms here. So we've got to get control again. We've got to get back that control of having our cake and eating it too. Taurus energy pulls through, very, very luxurious energy pulling through here. So on the other side of this fear, on the other side of this responsibility, there's a real sense of security. King of Pentacles is all about having security, having the things that he needs around him, to be surrounded by love, surrounded by money, surrounded by freedom here. So this is what we are moving into. So that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Through this responsibility, through this burden that we all are carrying, every single one of us worldwide is carrying this burden right now, this burden of fear, this burden of what if, this burden of anxiety and angst here. And this is what it is leading to. Luxuriousness here, feeling stable, feeling secure, knowing that we have everything that we need at all times here. So yeah, going back to the nucleus, getting a grip on our own kingdom here, on our own lives here, on our own feelings here. Instead of blaming everything else for the way that we feel, we're handing over our power every time we pick up that fear, every time we pick up that responsibility of fear. And it is a responsibility. If we're going to pick it up, we got to carry it with us, right? And it's time to let it go. It's time to let it go and realize the abundance that is around us right now. Angels, Angels, what support are you giving to us right now? It is unseen, but it is powerful. What support are you giving to us right now, Spirit? What support are you giving to us right now that we can't see? Look at this, the Wheel of Fortune. That wheel is turning. It's always turning. Change is the only constant, and it is inevitable. And look at this, the guiding light here, the guiding moon energy here. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer waters, getting out of the choppy waters here. Really letting go of those burdens here, packing those fears in our backpack, though. It's time to let those fears go. We can't take them with us into this new world, this new beginning. I hear a lot about this new world that's happening, or this transmutation into another world, and all the negative beings are going to be left behind, and all the it's just so fearful for me. It just scares me. I don't want to live in that world either. I don't want to live in a world where we are all like-minded beings and we all like the same thing, and there's no challenging each other, and there's no debate anymore. I don't want that either. I want this much more balanced world where it's not just fear and Pollyanna either. We got to accept where we are to be able to move out of it, to be able to move through it. It's like grief. You can't ever get around it. The only way out is through here. So the only way out is through here, and we've got to make it through to the light, make it through to the other side here. There is another side here. You see it with the Wheel of Fortune, the number 10. There is another side here, but we're so busy picking up these fears, picking up these burdens, that we don't quite see it. So that's what Spirit is handing us, is a new beginning, a new start, the Wheel of Fortune, a stroke of luck, things turning around, things gaining momentum on the other side of fear here. So that's what we have to hold on for. That's the hope coming in here, is that things always change. Change is inevitable, and it is the only constant. What light is trying to emerge from within us through this chaos? What light is trying to emerge from within us? Ooh, the Page of Cups. Look at this, expressing ourselves creatively. We're moving toward this much, much more creative world here where we can express ourselves freely. Right now, it's a clamping down, a shutting down, a closing off because of the judgment. There's so much judgment in the air right now. Do as I say. It's very, very frightening to express yourself right now. So this is what's happening. We're all getting ready. We're all revving up to express ourselves freely here, to write this down, to paint this out, to express ourselves creatively about what has gone on here. This is historical. Make no doubt about it. This is historical. We are all going down in the history books. And there's not going to be my name in the history books. It's not going to be Julie the tarot card reader. It's going to be all of us together. This is what they did. This is how they got through. I read something somewhere that said if you ever wondered what people did during World War II or during during the Great Depression, well, this is what they did. This is what they did. They pulled together. They communed. They got through together here. They did not let the times get them. They did not let we persevered through it to lead to today, to lead to now. So we are leading others into a much brighter and much happier place to exist in here, a much freer place to exist in here without the chains and the bars in front of us. Beautiful. Yeah, we are all going down in the history books on this one. And you know, the years merge together if you think about it. You look back, let's look at World War II here. Now, that time frame all merged together. It may have spanned, I don't even know, what was it, 7 years? I think it was. But to us, it's just a blip. It's just a paragraph in that history book of all those years, of all the suffering people went through, of all the times that people were fearful for their lives, for their children, for their grandchildren. I mean, this has gone on forever here. So this is a story of perseverance, of overcoming. This is a story of us overcoming here. So that's what's going to go down in the history books. You know what happens in a really, really, really dark, dark, dark world is the light shines brighter. The light is always there. Like I said, we can't extinguish the dark, but we can hold the light within it. We are beacons for each other. This way, this way. Don't let them get you. Stay playful, stay happy, stay hopeful here. It's a fight. It's a battle. No doubt. I feel it. But we will get through this. So All right, let's take a look. What's another question that I have been wanting to ask here? I've been wanting to ask, what is the point here? What is the point? What is this all about? What is this leading us to, Spirit? Pulling back together with the Three of Pentacles, going back to basics here, getting back to basics here. So greed, the emotion of greed, the fear of greed, the fear of not having enough, the fear of being trampled on, of being unheard, unseen. That is what has gotten in our way here. So the voices of fear have gotten louder and louder and louder. And those voices of playfulness, of calmness, of everything's going to be okay, have almost been pushed back into the dark ages here. I could see how that happens here. It's almost irritating when someone is in a full-blown panic attack for you to tell them it's going to be okay. They don't feel that in the moment. They don't know that in the moment. So you have to kind of meet them where they are. And that's a very dangerous place to be, because once you meet them where they are in that fear-based energy, we get stuck there. Those fears trickle into us. Those panic modes seep into our bones here, and then we carry it with us through our day, through our life here. So it's very, very difficult. But this is a time where we do have to go meet those fears head on. We have to look at those demons head on, name those demons. I see you, fear. I see you, fear of money. I see you. You've come up again over and over in my life to have me look at you, to have me try to balance this out, try to soothe this fear of not having enough money, of not being able to pay my bills, of being homeless, of getting sick and not being able to provide for my family or provide for myself even. So yeah, all these what ifs that have been thrown in our face, these scenarios, you know, the news is the worst place to be right now because it's headline news. It's just these blips in the stratosphere here that get into your brain, that get into your body, that get into your soul like toxins that they are here. We've got to detox that. We've got to sit for a minute in silence, sit with the breathing, sit with spirit, watch for the signs, look for the feathers, look for the things that mean something to you too, not what means something to me, because we're all so different. You know, my thing is hummingbirds. Maybe your thing is feathers or coins or the time on the clock here. Something significant to you to remind you, don't give up. You can't give up. Never surrender. Never give up. Never surrender here. So beautiful going back to basics. Maybe, excuse me, maybe homesteading or cooking healthier. Getting rid of those toxins. You know, we carry so much anger and so much angst within us. It's like, you know, you're just, it's either jealousy or envy or whatever it is that we all have. There's nobody, that's the ego within us that we all have. But it's like drinking the poison and expecting everyone else to die from it, right? It's just, it's not good for us. It's not healthy for us to sit and look at what others have, to compare ourselves, to wonder where we're going, to wonder when this is going to end here, right? You're just focused on the end. When is the end? Beautiful, beautiful turnaround here. But a coming back together, a pulling back together. Oh, excuse me, I'm losing my voice already. You know, I haven't done a reading in a while. I haven't been feeling it. I haven't been really feeling inspired to get messages of hope out there. And my channel, for me, is all about messages of hope. I am done with fear. I am done with living in the dark. I am done with the what ifs and the putting myself in a future that doesn't exist yet, or living in a past that is done, over, finite. So I am ready. I am ready to get the messages of hope out there, get the messages of light out there. And I hope that you're with me. I hope that you are resonating with this message of hope here today. Let me know if you are. Leave me a comment. Spirit, what is your advice? What is your advice for right now? For the collective, what is your advice? Knight of Pentacles, we've got to start making those offers again. We've got to start stepping outside our comfort zones again, outside of our safe places again. For the past maybe 5 years, probably since COVID, we've all had these safe spaces because it's been so uncertain, so unsteady, so scary here to step out into the world. Look at the defenses have been up here with the 9 of Wands. We have been defending ourselves, defending what we've done, defending our reasonings of why, especially like with the vaccine and masks and this big debate of why would you do that or why would you not do that. And it's just like, wow, the judgment has been insane. Again, these are historical times. So we pulled it in. We didn't want to tell anyone if we got the jab or not. We didn't want to tell anyone how we really felt about it because we didn't want to be ridiculed or made fun of or made to feel stupid here. So we've all just kept our feelings, our emotions, everything just kind of swallowed down, just kind of put away for another day here. Maybe one day I can speak my mind. Maybe one day I can find peace in this crazy world. So I'm just going to pull it into the nucleus. That's what we've been doing, and that's been serving us well. It really has, for our own protection, for our own sanity, for our own sanctuary. We needed that. But now it's time to step back out again. It's time to really step back out into the world, plug back in. I've been in escape mode since 2020, since 2019. Really, I have been in escape mode. I've been trying everything I can to escape this, to put my head in the sand, to act like it's not happening, to act as if it hasn't served me, because I have this underlying angst, this underlying, yeah, but something's wrong, Julie. Something's wrong here. Something's very, very wrong here. So now I'm ready. Now I'm ready to look at it. I'm ready to look at what went wrong here. I'm ready to look at the division. I'm ready to look at the fixes here, at the healing here. When we're healing, it happens in layers. We peel off, like my money fears. It comes to me in layers, right? It's a job loss. It's a loss of income. It's a threatening of taking Social Security away. It's just one more thing for me to be terrified over money with. And I feel the tingling fear. I feel the, oh my God, the anxiety creeping into my soul here. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? How many times have I asked that question to Spirit over my, almost 60 years? The answers are always there, always there. It's just there for me to look at, for me to process it, for me to balance it out, to get rid of that fear once and for all, go down to the next fear. Of course, the next one's going to come up. Of course, the next one's going to come up. This is what healing is. It happens in layers, happens underneath while we're living our lives, while we're speaking, while we're going to work, while we're talking to our partner, while we're talking to our children. As these fears, these triggers come up, how do we balance those? How do we keep those from just spewing out, from just diarrhea of the mouth of all of our fears and just spewing that onto the one that we're talking with? And this could happen, and that could happen, and this could happen. And how do you block that, being the receiving end of that? How do you block that energy from coming at you? It's like a lightning bolt just right to the soul here. Yeah, that's my biggest fear, right? So it's time to settle down. It's time to trust in God again, to trust in Spirit again. But more importantly, to trust ourselves again. We've been back to the drawing board how many times in our lives? How many times is like, yeah, you got to start over, go back to the starting line, go back, get back in line, right? If you want to get on that exciting ride, you got to wait in line. You got to get back to the end of the line here. So that's all we're doing. That's all we're doing, is getting back to the end of the line here, restructuring, recalibrating our soul here to enter into this next phase. There is a next phase coming. I can clearly see that with the Six of Swords here. Time is fluid, so Spirit cannot say, yeah, next year everything's going to be better, right? It happens in stages. We have to be level up. We have to ascend up. So yeah, it is rising. Hope is rising. I'm so glad I did this reading, because I can absolutely see that it's time to put our guard down. It's time to put our guard down and get into much, much more playful mode here. Much easier with this. Learn how to laugh at ourselves again. Learn how to laugh at our faults, at our failures, instead of having to be so rigid in who we are and what we believe. Allowing ourselves to change and to morph with the times. We are so very adaptable. Humans can adapt to anything. We really, really can. You introduce a chemical into the human body will adapt to it and will live with it. And now you can't live without it. It's adapted so much. So we are very, very, very adaptable. Just like the chameleon, we can adapt under any kind of circumstances here. We can adapt to the fear and make that the new normal, or we can adapt into the light, into the hope, into bringing understanding and compassion back, bringing humanity back. And that way we all feel secure. We all feel safe, because we know if we fall, there'll be someone there to catch us. Right now we feel like if we fall, all, we're on our own. We're on our own. There's no one here to help. Spirit has forsaken us. Our friends have forsaken us. Our family has forsaken us. And Spirit is saying, you're just in defense mode. Put the defenses down. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to get your point across. You don't have to pick up every insult and throw it back at someone. You can just keep scrolling. You can just keep walking. You can just keep moving. Love this message, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. I'm so glad I decided to do this pull today. All right, final advice, Spirit. Final advice. We're going to close out this reading. We're going to tune into the collective here in a little bit. I want to see the shift that's happening right now, but I want to look at the world, the energy of the world right now as we close this off. Spirit, tell me what this energy of war, look at this with the Hermit on the bottom of the deck. It's time to clean house. It's time to throw out the toxins. Wow, look at this massive, powerful spread on the bottom of the deck with the Hermit, Temperance, and the Tower card here. You know, we got to let it rupture to repair. This is a reminder I've been getting over and over in my zodiac readings. We've been trying to fix things. We've been trying to put it back together with our love, with our understanding, with our compassion, and it's not working. It's not working. That tower has to fall. We have to let it rupture so we can repair instead of trying to fix it. We've got to get out of this fix it mode, and we've got to let it happen, let it fall, let the momentum get going on this. Let it happen sooner than later so that we can get to healing this. We can get to the other side of this. We're not just trying to keep fixing it with our spit and glue here. Oh my God. And this Leo energy on the bottom of the deck with strength. You are so much stronger than you know. Whoever is watching this, whoever is resonating with this, look at the strength that is residing within you, that is growing within you. You are such a special, special soul. You are so very, very loved, very precious. We have just come out of this energy of nobody matters, right? We can't let one person matter. Nobody matters. You don't matter. You don't, your voice doesn't matter. Your opinion doesn't matter. It's just we're coming out of this suppression, this great suppression. It's not the Great Depression. It's the great suppression here. The haves and the have-nots. And if you have not, you are nothing. You are nobody. So we are coming out of that energy with the strength, with the power, with the roar that people have not heard before. This power of hope, this power of light. The light workers are rising up as we speak. We've just been dimmed. We've been really, really, really snuffed out by this energy of bulliness, by the energy of suppression here. My God, look at this with the Tower, Temperance, Archangel Michael, and the Hermit here. How are we rising up right now? This is happening, and it's happening right now. I think that's why I felt this need to do this reading today for the collective, because Archangel Michael is stepping up now. It's like, that's enough. That's enough. Look at the sword of Archangel Michael too, as we're all beat up and broken. Here comes Archangel Michael to cast the demons from heaven here and let us live in peace. Yes. Thank you, Archangel Michael. But you got to let it fall. You got to let it rupture so you can repair it here, so we can repair it here. Let the house of cards fall. It was just a house of cards anyway. It wasn't real. It wasn't a solid foundation that we were growing on. So we need to grow on something much more stable. Again, the message here is you are so much stronger than you know. You are so much stronger than you know. All right, family, I'm going to leave it here. I'm glad I did this reading. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling lighter. Maybe I can get back into my readings again. I hope this resonated with you. Leave me a comment. How are you getting through these times? How are you surviving? How are you holding the light through the dark here? So I really do want to know. And let's get through this together. Let's pull together right now. That's the only way out. It really is we are all in this together. We are all in this together. I am sending you all my love and light. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune into this reading and for looking for hope and for looking for the light here. If we all keep continuing on this path, what we seek, we shall find. So it's inevitable. It's inevitable that we will find the light here, light workers. All right, be the beacon that you are looking for here. Be that light that you want to see. I am sending you all my love and light, and I will definitely tune in with you soon.